For those that are new here, hi, my name is NJ. I'm from Vietnam and I've been living in Bulgaria for the past 4 years. And today I want to talk about what's it like being petite in Bulgaria. Now, a little bit of disclaimer before we start. This is just a fun video and everything I say is from my personal experience. I'm not saying there are no tall girls in Vietnam or no short girls in Bulgaria. As a matter of fact, most of my friends in Vietnam are taller than me. But according to statistics, the average height for men in Bulgaria is around 174 centimeters and for women around 165 centimeters. Meanwhile, in Vietnam, the average height is 169 centimeters for men and for women, it is 156 centimeters. I am 160 centimeters or according to American, 5'3". So technically in Vietnam, I am a little bit above the average height for girls, but in Bulgaria, as you can see, the gap is bigger, and especially in Sofia, I feel so tiny because all the people here, especially the young ones, are so tall. A lot of the times I feel like I'm Alice in Wonderland.
Well, as you can see, we're still having tea, and it's all because I was obliged to kill time waiting for your return. So terribly late, you know. No tea?
Or Attack on Titans. Or Ariana Grande in that interview.
You see?
No, I don't.
Okay, never mind.
So I remember one time I was lining up behind this very tall guy with a backpack. I was so short. I feel like he genuinely did not notice that I was behind him. So when he turned over looking for his friends, I guess, like his backpack almost knocked me out, like in a boxing match. Another thing that makes me super aware of my height is when I'm shopping for clothes. For a small comparison, in Vietnam, I usually wear size large. We'll get to the sizing in a bit. Meanwhile, in Bulgaria, I am size small. But the problem is, the pants here never fit me. I feel like I could never shop for pants here because most of them are so long. So every time I try on pants, the ones that fit the waist continue on for like, I don't know, 20 centimeters. The one that's long enough for me are just so tiny. So shopping for pants here have always been a challenge for me. But also in hindsight, being petite in Bulgaria also gives me the opportunity to shop in the kids section. So I found out that I actually fit the clothes that are made for 13-year-old or 14-year-old boys and girls here. I don't know if that should be a flex or not, but let me tell you something. Kids' clothes are way cheaper than adults' clothes, sometimes even by half. One of my favorite black jeans that I bought in Bulgaria are actually from the boys section in H&M. This is not a sponsor, by the way. I also bought a very cute butter yellow sweater from the kids section in Pepco. And the same thing goes for shoes. So my shoe size is 37, and many times I bought shoes from the kids section. For example, I bought a pair of red ballet flats from the kids section in Zara, or I've bought a pair of New Balance sport shoes, again from a kids section in CCC. And honestly, no one can tell. So now every time I go shopping in Bulgaria, I always check out the kids section because, you know, why pay adult prices when I can pay for child prices, right? Now let's get back to the sizing. Weirdly enough, shopping in Vietnam was also a disaster for me. The sizing is horrendous, like brutal. I couldn't find jeans that fit my waist and my hips at the same time. I feel like clothes in Vietnam and Asia in general are made for like microscopic people, like very tiny girl. I remember I went shopping with my friend in Vietnam. We went to this jean shop. I tried on like all of their sizes in their shop and the biggest one did not fit me. Like I genuinely could not pull the jeans up my hips. So if you ask me like which one do I prefer, wearing L in Vietnam or wearing S in Bulgaria, I probably pick Bulgaria because at least I can shop in the kids section, while in Vietnam, wow. Another struggle of being petite in Bulgaria is when I use public transportation. Now, if you watch my previous video where I talked about how in Bulgaria people use public transportation more than people in Vietnam, because essentially in Vietnam everyone has a bike. This was me during rush hour in Sofia when I was in the metro. All of the seats were occupied, so I had no choice but to stand holding on to the handles for my dear life because the metros here tend to break really abruptly, especially during rush hours when like everyone is whooshed together like sardines. That is when I feel particularly tiny. Sometimes in the winter, I feel like I was surrounded by puffy jackets and backpacks. If fighting for that little oxygen. Finally, I guess a little perk of being petite is that people often think that I am younger than my real age. Sometimes people assume that I'm still in high school. I am actually 24 and a half years old, and some people, maybe because of my height, cannot tell that. Or it could just be that, I like wearing colorful clothes that genuinely make me look like a teenager. Again, I don't know if that's a flex or not. So after living in Bulgaria for a few years, I actually got used to the fact that everyone is taller than me. So now when I go back to Vietnam, sometimes I get a little bit confused because most people are around my height again. Maybe that's my version of reverse culture shock. Anyway, if you're also a petite girl and living abroad, please let me know your experience because I know I cannot be the only one. If you'd like to watch more content like this, then follow for more.